So hey guys, I finally am back with a video on 2020. I know it's been a long time, I think since December. We're already in March, but I thought that it was a little bit of reflection that I did because I wasn't sure if people were watching my videos. You know, I was more in Instagram where I was more connected with my audience there. I have more followers there. So I was like more focused, but then I wanted to create this video because I actually have a lot of new products I want to talk about, and some or the majority aren't new, but they are new to me and they are fantastic for me, and my skin has been really good lately. I also have been doing facials every month, so I've been trying to maintain my skin in a good state. And I also think that the products do have an influence on that because I used to wear a lot of products and they didn't do so much for me. You know, they did more damage than good. So on this time, I really wanted to talk about my current favorite products while I do my makeup. These are products that I've been using probably since November, but since I haven't spoken or talked about my current beauty favorites, then I will show you my products right now. So first off, I've been loving the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is a product that isn't new, but it's from last year. I bought it last year and at first I didn't really like it. I didn't, you know, seem like I was going to be really into it, but then suddenly I started using it, like I think this month in February, and I was like, what the hell, why didn't I like this at first? So what I'm gonna do now is apply a little bit. What I do is apply like 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I think that's enough for my face. I'm gonna look here in the mirror and just grab that and massage it all over my face. So what I've been loving about this primer is because it's pretty hydrating, and you actually feel when it gets a little bit tacky and you feel like it's gripping like your pores, like they are filled in, but you don't feel like uncomfortable at all. It's much more hydrating, and I don't know, I feel like this is what my skin actually needs. I have combo skin, which is dry and oily at the same time, oily on the T-zone of course. So I like to pat the primer so it will, you know, feel much more better when I apply the foundation. So while that sets in, I like to go to my brows. So as I was saying, I'm going to talk about what my favorite brow products are right now. These are the 3 of them. I love the Glossier Boy Brow. This one is a favorite of mine. Let me see if it focuses. I think you've seen it before. There you go. I also am loving the Glossier Brow Flick. The Brow Flick and the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which is an oldie but a goodie. I also been using my all-time favorite, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow product, but that one is a little bit more pricey, so sometimes I like to buy it each 3 months. If that one runs out, then I'll buy this one, which is the dupe for me, at least for me. This one is in the shade Brunette. I'm going to brush up my brows. I like to brush them up and then I'm gonna fill them in, shape them a little bit, and sometimes I go with the Brow Flick, or sometimes for the daily I just use the Boy Brow. So what I'm gonna do is a little bit of the shape here. And just fill them in a little bit. Not too much, because for the daily I don't want to spend so much time on them. Sometimes I do like on Fridays or something, because I do work during the week and I like to wear makeup, but you know, I don't want to spend the whole morning on it. I just want to spend a good 20 minutes where I look fresh and nice. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of a pro tip so I can like add some more hairs on the front of the brow. A little bit on the sparse areas where I feel like I need to fill them in. That's it. And finally, with a boy brow, I want to set them in place so they can look really fluffy all day. Okay, so for going back to the face, I've been loving using the new Born to Glow collection from NYX Cosmetics. They gifted me these I think on November or December, and I've been loving it since then. I was actually pretty afraid that this foundation was going to break me out, if it's going to, you know, give me that oily kind of effect on the skin after long hours of wearing it. But actually I love the coverage. I don't feel the base being too much on my skin. I feel it's comfortable, and as well as the concealer I bought it actually. This wasn't gifted, I bought this, so this wasn't gifted, but I do love it as well. I feel it's not so, you know, brightening, but it covers the dark circles, and it's good. It's actually really comfortable as well. I don't feel like my under eyes are getting dry, or it's like, you know, oily as well. I feel it's pretty good. I feel that I would have loved if it says it's radiant, but I don't feel like it's brightening, so I don't feel like it's a concealer. So I feel that this one is much more radiant. It has much more radiant finish, more like glowy effect. But this, okay, but I do love the combination. And I also bought like a much more darker shade, which is the warm honey one. Sometimes I do contour with this, sometimes, or I'll go with another NYX product which I've been loving since months also, but I've been non-stop this year using it. This is the NYX Sculpt Highlight Face Duo. I use the contour side. I think this is for brightening, but I used it once and I didn't really like it, so I like this end, and this is for contouring. So what I'm gonna do now is blend with my new beauty blender. It's a little bit dirty, but this is the new one that shade shifts. You know, it turns from gray to a little bit of lilac, and I like that. So I'm gonna do is put a little bit on my face. I sometimes just shake it a little bit and put a little bit of the product on my skin. Do like the finish that it gives, so you can see like the difference from this side to the other side. There you go. Look at that. Look at the difference. I like how it looks like my skin. So this is a really good product because you don't feel cakey. You feel really comfortable, and this is pretty lightweight, so I like that about this. Okay, so for the concealer I use the shade I think it's Vanilla, and this is the tip of it, like a sponge. I don't know if you can see there, if it focuses, but yeah, like this is this kind of applicator. I have to squeeze a little bit. And even though product is still left on it, so, but I want to have more. So I apply it like this, and this, and a little bit on the center, and this. Now, I actually don't go and blend that quickly. I go to my NYX Sculpt and Highlight, and I'm gonna go to this end, so I will apply a little bit of contouring. I love creams at the moment. I didn't used to be like that. Something that I'm now much more obsessed with. And also it's pretty quick on the mornings when you have to rush out of your house. So it's, for me, it's a quicker process to do. So I blend first the contour with a brush. I tend to tap the product. And then I go in with what's left of that on the neck. I'm gonna do the other side and tap as well. And then I'll go with the Beauty Blender again and blend the concealer. I love how it covers, but as I said before, I think it's not that radiant. Like, I feel like the skin looks super glowy with that. And then now for the nose, I'm gonna slowly blend that contour. Okay, since I've been telling you guys that I love creams, I've been using more cream blushes. I was so afraid of them, but currently that's all I've been loving recently. The Glossier, of course, Cloud Paints. I also bought this one, which is a Milk product, which is a collab with To All the Boys Netflix, and this one came with that packaging. This one is the Glimmer Glow Oil Lip and Cheek. I love it as well. I also been loving to use the new Cheek Heat, which is like a dupe, an obvious dupe for the Cloud Paints, the Glossier Cloud Paints, and this one is from Maybelline. I've been loving the shade Nude Burn. It's really pretty, so I'm gonna use it now so you guys can see a little bit here. That, I think that's enough for the cheeks, and I'm going to use the Beauty Blender since it's here, but I also use brush, more of like this kind of brush or the dual fibers ones, but you can use also a sponge. I love the finish of it. It's pretty natural, doesn't feel like it's in your face. So I like to go in, all in, and I don't feel like I'm putting too much product. And that's it. That's pretty quick. That's why I like using more cream products this year, because I feel like I'm already super ready to go out and leave to work. Okay, so for powder, I also went back to this one. This is not a new product. This actually also came out like 2 years ago, I don't know, but this one actually does last 24 months, so I feel that I'm good. I'm still using it. I'm gonna use a brush to just tap. So I like to tap the powder as well, especially on my T-zone, and then go a little bit more on the rest of the face. Not so much. I don't like using a lot of powder. Maybe you've seen that before, and if you follow me on Instagram, I also mentioned that. I don't like caking up the skin. I feel that if you can leave it more natural as it is, then that's good. Sometimes I like to go more with the cheek products. So I'm gonna apply this bronzer, which I've been loving since last year. This one is the Fenty Sun Stalker bronzer in Private Island. I love using this stuff. I think it's one of the best products she has come out with. So I like to just put a little bit more here, so everything's a little bit more even. And also with a little bit of more blush, I'm using this flesh pink blush in the shade is called Pinch, which is a really pretty muted pink. I feel this is muted pink. I love this shade. I also use it on the daily, and I use this Luxie brush as well. This one is the Luxie 512 Small Contouring. So I tap a little bit of this, since I already have a little bit of blush, but sometimes I like to put a little extra here as well. I feel that looks good. And for highlight, I sometimes don't use on the daily. I don't have to. I don't feel the need to. I've been loving using this Cover FX glitter drops for my editorial looks, or sometimes when I really want that sparkle, I use it. But I'm just gonna show you this because this is actually not new, but I rediscovered it, and I've been loving it since then, so yeah. Okay, so now for the eyes, I've been going back to this lash curler because I feel that I need it in my life. I haven't been loving my short, you know, my short lashes. So I curl them a little bit, trying to grab everything and curl them a little bit. I do that before applying anything on my eyes. And for the eyes, I really cannot choose a palette. I need to do more videos explaining or showing you guys what palettes I've been loving currently. But for everyday, these are really good. This one, or there's a lot of ColourPop palettes, but this one is like a peach palette, which I've been loving. This is really pretty. And this one is called Baby Got Peach. And I also got the new Fenty Beauty palettes, which are numbered. I think there are like 8 palettes. So this one is more peachy as well, on the peachy side, more more neutrals. And I also got the 8, which is pastel, and I feel these one are pretty wearable, and I also love that one. But for now, we're gonna keep it natural. And I'm going to apply a little bit of this one, which is a really pretty like shade, shimmery shade that has like gold. It's peach but has gold specks, and I like to apply a little bit of that so it has a little bit of reflex. I don't like to, you know, on the daily use so much shadows unless I actually really feel like it can be like, oh my god, I love this, I need to put, I don't know, like blue liner, or I don't know, you know me, I'm pretty editorial, but on the daily I try to look as fresh and as I don't want to have a lot caked in on the daily. Now I actually have a new mascara product, which this is from February. This is a new favorite of mine. I was surprised that I actually like this. This is the Bambi Eye Mascara. I don't know if you can see there. This is the brush, and I'm gonna apply a little bit of this. I like how it leaves my lashes looking pretty natural, not clumpy at all. I think that's why I like that. It has a lot of product, like, but you have to like scrape it off when you take the brush of the bottle. I just love how it looks. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I like how it looks. Now that I have my mascara on, I'm going to show you my current favorite eyeliner. This is the Glossier Pro Tip, which I'm going to show you here. I hope it focuses. This is the Glossier Pro Tip. This is the tip of it. It's pretty thin, so you can go and do the small wing. So I've been pretty obsessed with creating a small wing after I do my lashes. What I do is a little bit of shape. I just do the line here, and then just leave it right there, like not extend it too much up until the beginning of the eye, until the inner corner. I don't like that for the daily. I do like the old-fashioned wing, but I like this one that's been pretty trendy, and for the daily I feel it looks so flattering. It looks really pretty. So I fill that in and that's it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty small and really flattering. And then I'm gonna go for the other eye. So like that. I need to buy a new one, but this one has been with me since November, I think, so it has lasted quite well. I need to buy a new one. I like this. It lasts all day as well, this eyeliner. Even though I did buy some new stuff from Glossier, this one is ending and I need to purchase it again. But that's how much I've been using it and loving it since I bought it. So I feel that the skin and the eyes done. I'm going for the lips, which is the end. Currently I don't have a favorite lip product, but I've been loving using glosses, especially the Glossier ones. I also tend to do the Korean lip, which is to put a little bit of product on the middle of on the center of the lips and then diffuse it with your finger. And also I've been loving, you know, I've bought this Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color. The shades were really pretty, so for the sake of this video I'm gonna put a little neutral shade, and this is a new lip product that I have, and I'm gonna apply a little bit and then a little bit of gloss, which is from the Fenty Beauty glosses. But I love how that looks. Really natural, really pretty, and it's creamy. It's not like actually really matte and uncomfortable. It's actually really comfortable. You know, uncomfortable? It's pretty comfortable. And then I'm going with the shade Fussy, which I've been loving glosses, and I used to not be that happy about glosses when I was, you know, younger, but now I'm loving these for the daily. So this is the finished look. I hope that you guys can see. Let me zoom you in. I love how the cheeks look, the combination of the blushes. Like, I love cream blushes currently, and also, you know, doing a little bit of cream contouring, which is much more good for the daily if you want to shape that face of yours. I also love the eyes. I think it's pretty subtle but still really pretty delicate, and really, you know, it's much more, I don't know how to explain it, but I love how badass that little wing looks, even though it's pretty subtle. And I feel that's perfect for the daily. You don't have that bold eye look, but you have that touch that will, you know, grasp someone's attention, and it will look really cute. And yeah, also the brows that aren't really, you know, in your face, they're just shaped and natural looking, and also the mascara, love it. And if you want to go out from day to night, which I've been doing also, sometimes I get invited to events or some things I need to do after work, and I love to have a neutral makeup like this and apply lashes, and you're good to go. I do love the Kiss chiffon lashes, which I think I've talked about here before, but yeah, like, I just wanted to come back here and show you what I've been loving currently. I think that this was a necessary video for me. I hope that you guys enjoy it. You must tell me in the comments what products have you been loving in 2020, and I hope you guys are really well and taking care of yourselves. The world has been a little bit messier this year. The coronavirus is out there here in Puerto Rico also I didn't film in January nor this month because there has, you know, this past month, because there have been earthquakes and a lot of really difficult issues that have been going on the island, and I feel that everybody was really emotional, was pretty anxious, and I think that it wasn't the correct time to upload a film, you know, upload a video or something. So I was more in social media, being pretty aware of what goes on. But if you want to talk about something, don't be afraid to comment on the comment section. And if you want to also talk to me, or, you know, like discuss about beauty and more, you can also follow me on Instagram. My username is acinematiclook, so if you want to search me there, I'll be there. So yeah, this was my current beauty everyday makeup look with my current beauty favorites. I will try and do a smaller title for this video, but yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you on my next video. Bye guys.